Welcome back, YouTube. It's Awaken here, and today we'll be covering a basic control tutorial for the VAB and SPH. So in order to move your view around the capsule, you use the arrow buttons on a keyboard, left, right, up, and down. And to zoom in and out, you use the plus and minus key. And in order to go up and down, you use page up and page down, respectively. Now, I prefer using the mouse. You right-click and drag to rotate around the craft. You middle mouse button and push in and out to zoom in and out. And then you scroll up and down to go up and down. Now, in order to copy a part, you Alt and left click. I just did that twice here. Now, as you can see, we are using the snap-on mode here, and you change it from snap-on to smooth by pressing the C button, and we just switched to the smooth here, and this is how you can get into weirder areas if you need to. Snap-on is better for more precise positions. Now here you see me increasing the amount of parts in symmetry to 4, 6, 8, maximum of 8. It does roll over. You can reduce it by doing Shift X, and then I switched over to the mirror mode instead of the radial mode, and you do that by pressing R. Now the mirror in the VAB is running from the window of the aircraft to the back of the aircraft, or spacecraft rather. In order to undo a part placement like you just saw me do, you hit Control Z. Now you can also change the color of some of the fuel tanks in the VAB as well as some of the other parts. So I was just showing you that by right-clicking and pressing on it. Now, one of the most important lessons that I learned over the years playing KSP is you look at the weight of the craft and you either multiply that by 10 or divide the thrust by 10 of your rocket engine in order to figure out if you have a positive thrust-weight ratio. Like this swivel here has about 167. I think it's newtons or kilonewtons of force. You divide that by 10 and you get the amount of tons of force it can have. I'm just doing that right here to get as close to the 16.7 as possible. And we're going to launch it to show you that it will lift off. And then we'll go over to the SPH real quick. Alright, so we have liftoff and we are in the SPH. So the SPH, the main thing that is different is the mirror runs from the back of the SPH to the front of the SPH. And most things in the SPH you want to use the mirror function for. But there are rare circumstances where you would want to use radial. And once again, you change that by pressing R. The controls are just the same. Now in the VAB, you rotate around the craft by pressing the arrow keys. You zoom in and out, plus and minus, etc. The page up and page down will go up and down once again. Now I prefer using the mouse. And the reason why the mouse is so important here is if you middle mouse click, you can move left, right, forward, and backward here just by dragging the mouse around whilst holding the middle mouse button. That was the tutorial for the VAB and SPH. Till we meet again, I hope you all have a good one.